guys, welcome back. I'm Christine of Side Street Market, and do I have a Goodwill haul for you? Now, I don't know if this haul is going to be 1 or 2 parts as I'm filming this. It just depends how it goes because as you will have seen in my shop with me video, the bag section was back at Goodwill, the goodie bag section. So I did get some goodie bags. So we're just gonna take it one at a time. If it starts to get close to 25 minutes, I'm gonna stop and we'll do a second one just to keep this nice and sweet for you guys. So what I'm starting to do is for my Goodwill hauls, I'll tell you what I spent, approximately how many items I had, because we've all been talking about the change in prices at the thrift stores. So at this trip, I spent $139.80 was my total. I had 28 items and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those items were color of the week. So my Goodwill on Sundays, they flip the color of the week, and all week if you find that color, it's 50% off. And I believe for this week, the color was orange. And I'll confirm that as we go along because I'll be able to look at stuff and tell you, oh yeah, it was definitely orange. So that's where we're at. And the thing to keep in mind is that this 28 is like before I break out the bags. So this whole bag of silver counts as one item. But once I take everything out of the bags, I count how many items I have and then do the 140 divided by that and kind of go from there. So my cost per item, I think, was about $5 per item in general before opening the bags. Once I open the bags, that cost is going to go down because there'll be more items. But let's dive in. Let's get started. I bet you saw that cover photo and you're like, was that? Well, I'm not sure what this is yet. This cost me $8.99. If you saw the haul video, shop, I'm gonna keep calling it a haul video, guys, but it was a shop with me. I squatted down and it was in the back shelf and I recognized the fingers and I'm like, mine. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think this has 14 fingers. I don't know if this is Blenko, or I did learn that for 1 year, Indiana Glass actually came out with a bowl like this. For 1 year, when I was with Michelle Newton's Cupboard at the Beehive Antique Store in Holly Hill, Florida, the owner who was there working, he was extremely knowledgeable about glass, and they actually had a Blenko set of amber that I was looking at, and he goes, oh, did you know Indiana had a set too? I don't remember the difference. I think Indiana was shaped a little different and had fewer points. So I'm gonna have to do some research before I list this, but I thought it was beautiful, really fun bowl. It is heavy, it's probably like 3 or 4 pounds, but the color, if it was amber, I would have left it at $9. It just doesn't sell. I think green, I don't wanna call it rarer, but probably would be a little more desirable. Then I saw this guy. Well, I found this guy first, I think, and I was like, ooh, but I could tell by looking at the bottom, it says recycled glass made in Spain. It still has part of the sticker on there, and this was $5. I almost left it, but I was like, here's what made me decide to grab it. I'm gonna try to, so you guys can see my thought process, and now that I'm looking at it, it's flashed. I just now noticed on the bottom, you can see some of the clear. There's like clear right here, so it's flashed. Yeah, it's flashed and it's peeling. So this may not get sold now. This may just go into my personal collection because that stinks. But what happened was I looked at it and I was like, okay, it's $5. Again, if it had been amber, I would have left it. I feel like purples, blues are harder to find in things, like reds, ambers seem a little more common. So the fact that it was purple, and I may still try to sell it and just disclose that it's flashed and it's peeling on the bottom from shelfware because it's recycled glass, so we'll see. It's just the color purple is what made me pick it up at $5. Oop, I'm sorry, my earrings are not wanting to stay in today, guys. Pardon me. It's just this one side. I must keep hitting it. All right, then, now she is dusty and crusty, but this is a blown glass angel. She was $6. I almost didn't get her. She's got beautiful amber and like gold flecking. She is very dirty, and I think once she cleans up, she'll be really, really pretty. But then I flipped it over and it says 1995 #1 Debbie. So someone signed it and made it. And this will not go in, I don't know if this can go on Etsy because Etsy is handmade and vintage. But I think if you put handmade, that's more modern. You have to put who your partner was that made it or something if it wasn't made by you. So this one may have to just go on eBay because that's a little bit of a gray area. Now, if that green bowl turns out to be Blenko, that's going on eBay and Etsy. The purple one, recycled glass, Spain, sorry, probably just an eBay item because I don't know year for that. Then, all right, let's get into some bags, guys. I don't know why, it was a bag of silver. I was like, so I did one lap and then I started to do a second lap and was noticing things because they were stocking the shelves. I actually had to pull myself out of there because there was so much goodness, but I couldn't beat the price. This whole bag was only $8 for the whole entire bag. So let's dive in and see what we got. And we've got some ephemera bags and stuff to go through today also, guys. So that's why this may end up being 2 videos. I want to take my time and kind of go over my process with you. So I'm just going to pull out everything I'm seeing first, and then we will go, oh, it still has its insert. That's nice. Okay. All right. So we have, that's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. Okay, you may have to help me. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. So each of these things would be $1. So first we have this. It looks like a tarnished silver dish. It just says inspected on the bottom. There is no maker's mark or anything. There is no, it is signed. Ooh, there is a signature. Lovelace. Lovelace. See, this is where I wish I was filming on a different camera so I could look it up with you guys. But I'm pretty sure by the time I do this, I'll be able to show you. So it is signed Lovelace on the bottom. That may be what the pattern is called. I'm guessing like a little trinket dish. But, and it does probably need a little cleaning. So we've got that. Now these, I'm gonna need some help with, guys. There's no mark on them. They look like a stainless steel. So there's a big one, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of these that match. So almost like a coaster set, but the strange thing is one of these was sitting down in here, but this doesn't really match. So I think this is just a little glass coaster, or what used to be an ashtray, so I would sell that separate. I would sell this as a set. It almost makes me think like a pitcher and then your little glasses around it. I don't know, or cigar and cigarette. I was hoping there'd be a signature or something on them, but they're not. And they all have the same exact scene. They're not different scenes. So just something interesting to look at and pick up. This is just a little dish. I like the little heart pattern around it, the little heart leaf pattern. This is probably tarnished silver because it looks like it tarnished. And I think there's just scratching on the bottom. This is, okay, M.A. Rogers, and I think it says Haddo Brook at the top. There is a maker's mark right there, which is good, so I can look that up. That is probably, I don't want to say silver plate, but something like that. I've had that maker before. This is the one I'm really excited for because it's this beautiful butter dish, and it still has its glass insert in it, which is very nice to have. Look how pretty that is. And this one does, it says International Silver Company. So I'll have to look that up, but I think that will do well. That will make me my money back on this bag, even if some of the other stuff isn't worth it and gets donated back. And then, even though these are mismatched, I'd sell these as a little set. They're just like little tarnished silver mini candle holders. No makers, but like for people who like to stage with different sizes. So I think that was a pretty good deal for $8, that whole bag. $1 each. Oh, and I forgot, I'm so sorry. You're probably wondering about, what about the tongs? What about the salad tongs? Gosh, Christine. Okay, so these are silver plate, Italy. Ooh, they're Leonard brand. Leonard silver plate, Italy. So what might end up happening is if those other guys aren't really worth much, I'm just gonna sell the tongs and the butter dish, and I might donate some of the others back, but I'm gonna research them first. Because sometimes like something like this that isn't worth much, it's like I could take the time to still list this, or I can list a Blenko that I know is gonna sell. You know what I mean? Or this might go into a filler box. Other people call it death pile. I call it my filler box for those weeks where I'm not feeling good and I can't get out to thrift, or those weeks where it's too hot, it's Florida summer, I can't get out. I pull out my filler box, and that's when I list these sort of things. So that's just how I work. And then I did it again. This was $10 for the bag, and I should have looked at it a little bit closer because I think it's missing parts. So first of all, these are made in India. So I do not know if they are brass or if they are silver, because they look silver to me. But they are very, very, very nice silver tone candlestick holders. So having spent $10, these are $5. So I would probably list these for $20 to $30 because they're a fantastic shape. They've got great patina. They're marked made in India. And that would be an eBay item. And they've got nice holders on the top too. And this, I didn't realize, I just saw them and thought they were something, but they're obviously missing a part because they probably did something like that. Oh, you know what? I bet these are replacement parts for, oh, they match. They actually match. It's the same style. So I would still sell these on eBay as replacement candelabra parts. And someone who wants to make their own candelabra can pick these up, but they actually match. So you know what, I bet to donate it, they took it apart and the rest of it is in another bag at Goodwill somewhere. Because those actually match the candlesticks. And now that I look at this, this has a brass tone to it, so I don't know what the heck I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it silver because it's definitely not brass. Silver tone. Silver tone. Okay, so not bad. $5 each. This is probably definitely gonna be a two-parter because we're only through one. We're not even through one cart yet. Then I picked up another purse. I know. Now I'm looking, and this does have some age marking to the bottom here, but I loved the gold colors on this and the flowers. It's Avon. It's Avon. It was $4.99. All their clutches are $4.99, but I thought that this was a really sweet pattern. So we grabbed that. And then I bought an ice bucket. I'm determined to sell ice buckets, guys, because I have another one. Excuse me, I have allergies. I have another one that I'm getting ready to list. But what I'm not sure of is what these would have been for. I'm thinking like accessories to go with it, like the ice pick and all that. But the reason I bought it was it's made in Taiwan. And it's barware. And it does have a name on it, but it's really hard to read. I think it says Stefford stock. Something stock barware. Like they used the black for the name on brown. And this was $4. Now that's the other reason I picked it up. Because I do have another one I bought, and it was $7.99 when I bought it, and I realized when I got home I overpaid because they're only worth about $20 online. So this one being 4 and bigger and a bit nicer, having the accessory option, I figured at $4 I could get my money back. And it's kind of like a vinyl, so I thought that was a good one. We'll put you over there in the corner. All right. Now, this one was cool, and I actually already opened this one just because I was afraid of it breaking if I didn't. So I was doing my second lap at the store, and I spotted this giant bag of vegetables. And now I'm not seeing the price because I think it's on one of them. Okay, I paid $8 for this whole entire bag. And I think I ended up with 9 pieces, so about $1 a piece. But I thought they were all ceramic. Guys, in the center of this bag, this never would have survived. Like, they had to have just, and I can actually check that. March 13th, 2022. Oh, wow. So I think I had gone shopping on the 17th. So this survived on the shelves for 4 days at Goodwill before I found it. Guys, it's chalkware. It is a Chalkware Bouquet, and it does have a little chipping, but it's just paint misses on the end. And I know it's chalk because I do this and it comes off under my nail. This was wedged in the center of all these ceramic pieces, but that's not it. Its partner was with it. Now, the only weird thing is I guess that they do hang like this. I wasn't sure, but so that alone, these are probably worth $30 online, $35. I have to look it up. It's got strawberries and everything, perfect condition, never repaired chalkware. So that's why I got those out really, really quick, because I didn't want them to get broken. I still have a third cart on that side of me, guys. All right, so then we have the ceramic vegetables, which in looking up online, they tend to not do that great. So, like, they don't sell for a ton. Like, if you put a couple together, you get maybe 12 bucks. So I'm thinking, since each of these are gonna be about $1 for me, I'm gonna piece it out per piece of vegetable. So I have a carrot. Now these are all ceramic, these are not chalkware. And it's 2 sets, and you can tell how they painted them differently. Like, these carrots are more orange. So I'm just going to piece it all out and sell it per vegetable, is how that's gonna work. I'm really afraid of breaking this chalkware. There we go. And then we have some onions, which I've not seen the onions before, so that was kind of neat. Now there is a contemporary, this is a modern banana that's thrown in there. This would be on eBay only. The rest of these would go eBay and Etsy, because these are handmade, like 70s. I've got 2 corn on the cobs. Again, they're 2 different styles of painting. And then I've got 2 sets of hanging tomatoes. So all that for $8 I thought was a really, really good deal. And I'm looking forward to piecing those out and seeing how they do. Now I'm gonna grab some more stuff and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're gonna go through about 5 more bags, and then I'm gonna wrap up this part 1 of the haul, and tomorrow you will see the second part of the haul, or the day after, because I still have a whole other cart to go through with bags, and I don't wanna make this too super long for you. So now we're getting into some of the bags I got, and these were pretty good. So this was all the way on the bottom shelf, almost on the floor. And I saw the roosters and I was really excited. Now these, I'll tell you, like, once I get them out, what it costs. This was $5 for the bag, so they're $2.50 each. I think they're reproductions. I don't know, they just have a C on the bottom, but they are the rooster syrup and I guess creamer, little hand painted. I thought they might be Japan. They're ceramic, they have no chips, cracks, or damage. So would you sell these as a set? Because one is marked syrup and one isn't marked at all. They are hand painted. They have a lot of sticker residue. And the roosters look different in how they're painted. And they just have the C on the bottom. So let me know what you know about these guys. I'll be interested to hear. Now this item, oh, did I have any other? I think this is my first half off item in the group. So orange was 50% off. So normally I would not have picked this up. They wanted $5 for it. It's kind of like a simple coloring, but because I need inventory and it was only $2.50, because it doesn't have any maker mark on it. Like someone definitely like, you know, went at it to try to figure out who it was. I mean, it looks like a Lennox style, but you know, it could still be cute. It'll just take the right buyer, because right now the fabric ones are hot, but my ceramic ones aren't that hot right now. So $2.50, 12 to 15 on eBay and Etsy. No brainer on that one. Sorry guys, my allergies. And then there were these guys. These are eBay only. They're made in China. Now, the bag is full of pepper, so I'm not going to open the bag. But you have the bass fish that fits together to make one set, and you have the modern strawberry slices. They wanted $10 for this bag originally. I got it 50% off for $5, which means each shaker set is $2.50, which is about where I want to be for reselling these, because these are probably just $12 to $15. So that was perfect. I was happy to find that. But we're not going to open the pepper right now because that would be a no-no. Now, Mom, if you're watching this, which I'm sure she is, let me know. I found these glasses and they look so familiar to me. So I don't know if it's because I've sold a picture with this pattern, but I feel like my grandmother might have had these at her house. They have no maker on the bottom. They're just nice rose pattern, vintage looking glasses. They do have like a lot of water markings, so I'll try to hand wash them first. If that doesn't work, I'll soak them in the Alka-Seltzer, the denture tablets. There's only 3 in the bag. It was $4, but still, for 3 of them, $4. These will sell 12 to 16. They're a cute vintage pattern. Someone just starting their apartment collection will like these. There's a little scuffing. I don't mind picking these up. These are a fun kind of vintage inspired. And then our last item for this part 1 is some lusterware. It was $6 for this bag. And I just thought these were super, super cute. So you have this little like basket with the green, and it says made in Japan, hand painted. So I'm guessing that this would be for like your sugar packets on your table. And then look at the little pitcher creamer, beautiful for spring. This will be in my eBay and Etsy. It cost me $6, which I thought was great because that's like $2.50 per item. I'm not gonna break them apart, like sell them separate. They have no real damage. There's like a little thumbprint to the black. The black is cold painted, but the green and the orange was something different for me. So that's it, guys. That is part 1. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be sure to link the shop with me and part 2 down below once they all air in the same week. I'd love to hear your feedback. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'll be back with you soon.